everyone, welcome back to another week of weekly pickups of your host, Polished Gaming. This week we got an interesting one, another one here. We still got bundles galore. We'll have these probably for maybe another month or so. So I'm getting through them slowly. But first one here is actually from Trade Me. So first one is from Trade Me, Kava and Cole username and LMA Manager 2007. This one's a bit of an odd title. I've never seen this come up in New Zealand. They had it on there for $1 reserve. I asked for, would you do it by now? They said, give us a reasonable price. And I thought maybe they might know the price on this. So I was nice and said 30. I really should have said 20 because 20 would have been all right. But $30, the reason why I was a bit dubious about saying too low, because on eBay, this sits at $81.42. It is quite a bit of an uncommon game, especially to get New Zealand. So to get that one in New Zealand on Trade Me, great score. And next one here is another quite uncommon game. Now, Trade Me, username Tales of the Fox. Good reference there to old Tales. And this is Rumble Roses XX. Paid $85 for this one. And on eBay this week it sits at $108.08. Or, yeah, 8 cents. I wouldn't normally pay that quite. I've been watching this one. It did sit at 100 and I thought it's relatively kind of still reasonable. But then I was like, no, I don't want to overpay for it. So I managed to, when he put it down to 85, I was like, nah, you know what? I'm just grabbing it. And I just grabbed it. I just had to get it. Now, the next lot here is from Winston Dunlop. Of course, we're still on his GameCube pile here. So, first one here is MX Superfly. Now, this one I paid $20 for. Sadly, this week on eBay, it sits at $10.68. But this one is Snickle Fritzy title. You can probably pick this up somewhere for $5 if you look hard enough. But probably not New Zealand. You probably wouldn't get it. It's like PS1. You probably wouldn't get anything under $20. If you do, $15, $10, stuff like that. It's good cheap. Next one here is NBA Courtside 2002. Kobe. Now this one here paid $15 for, and on eBay this week it sits at $17.43. So yeah, not too bad that one. And this is probably my first game that I've actually got on here that actually has Kobe on it. I remember when he passed, I was like, do I have any games on here that have Kobe on it? And yeah, sadly none. I don't have any for the N64. I thought I did, but I actually have NBA Pro 98, which I think the 2001 was maybe when he was on it. Yeah, and the GameCube. Now I finally got one. Go Kobe. And next one here is NHL Hitz 2003. Now this one here I paid $25 for, and on eBay this week it sits at $27.90. Don't know too much about hockey, but the guy on here is Chris Pronger. No idea who that is. I don't know. The only person that I know in hockey is Wayne Gretzky. That's literally it. It's like legends of the sport. You know, it's like I'm not a big fan of basketball. I know quite a few basketballers, but Jordan. Who doesn't know Jordan? You know, kind of stuff like that. Like Ronaldo and Messi, or if you can go Maradona, you know, and Pele. Like, you know, kind of stuff like that. They're just legends in their own right. Next one here is Pikmin 2. Now, this one here I paid $90 for. Sits usually around about 70, but the only one that I found with the Australian New Zealand logo on it, that one goes on eBay for $93.05. So not too bad. Yeah, like I say, it normally sits at 70, but I had been wanting to get that one for quite a while. Anything Pikmin related, I think I got two on Wii, maybe, or one. I think it might be Pikmin 1. Now the last one out of Winston's bundle here is Resident Evil 0. Now this one here I paid $30 for, and on eBay this week it sits at $46.51. I've been meaning to play this because what I want to do is I want to play the 360 and I want to go through all of them. So I want to start Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 when it comes out. And get the spin-offs and stuff. Like I have done, what was that one? Adventures? Oh, Revelations. I can actually see it there on the 3DS. Revelations 2. I've done Revelations 1 and 2 on the 360, but I would like to go back and start it all again. So, because I have nearly finished 5, and I've nearly finished 7 as well. So, but I will go back. I want to start all again and go from 0. Because there's the Resident Evil collection that has 0 and 1 on it. So that'll be pretty fun. Next one here is from another NZ Retro member, Sean Paul McEwen. We got his bundle of the PS2 games. Everything basically from these bundles are still bundles left from Winston is all GameCube, and still bundles left from Sean is all PS2. So I do have other stuff coming from Winston. Eventually I'll probably pick that up at the retro event. Who knows? But other than that, for now, we're just trying to get through everything. So, Sean Paul McEwen with this one here. First one here is Rebel Raiders 2. Rebel Raiders Operation Nighthawk. This one is a bit more obscure. $21 I paid for this one, and on eBay it sits at $35.58. Really didn't expect it to sit that high. It does actually look like quite a good Ace Combat, almost like, yeah, Air Combat, Ace Combat, whichever one you want. It's pretty cool. Next one here is Richard Burns, and that's Richard Burns Rally. That one there, not much to write home about. $18. Sadly, on eBay this week, it sits at $16.26, and that's looking for a higher pricing one. Normally, they sit around about 13, 10 areas. That's all right. Next one here is a very odd one. Robin Hood 2 The Siege. Now, this one here I paid $22 for. Doesn't actually have any sold listings. It sits at $46.51. This is by Phoenix. The original Robin Hood, I can't remember what it's called. It's Robin Hood something. It's made by Phoenix. That goes for around about $350 on the PS1. It is one of the higher end titles of Phoenix. I would say because of that, this one may rise up in price, and it's a little bit odd to find. So I'm trying to go for every single Phoenix game, including Cindy's Fashion World and stuff like that. So, yeah, finding them. That's the trick. Pretty easy to get the Stickle Fritzy stuff, but not so easy to get the other ones. Rock Band Song Pack 2. Now, this one here I paid $20 for. Sadly, this week it sits at $13.96 on eBay. So, not too great, but gets it off the list. And last but not least from Sean here is RollerCoaster World. This one is a Midas game. Obviously not a great game. Paid $11 for it. $11.19 that sits for on eBay this week. And next one here is from Sam Mudgway at Respect Retro Gaming. First one here is, and that's also, oh, I actually forgot to say, there's also a big bundle that I've got of Sam's that's out there as well. That's 3DS and DS stuff. So this is the last of the 3DS stuff, and then onto the DS. But as long as I don't get more, I keep buying other things, so that's why I can't get rid of these bundles. If I didn't buy anything and just keep getting rid of these bundles, I'll be gone by now, but still not. Okay, so first one here is Pikmin and the Ghostly Adventures. Now, this one here I paid $15 for. On eBay this week, it sits at $44.50. That one's a little bit taken with a grain of salt because there are a couple of on there, but they normally do sit around about over $25 to $30. So, not a bad score on that one. Does have a little, where was it? I felt like, was it this one? Yeah, there it is. So, this does have a little flick in it, but I'm pretty sure I've got a case replacement for that. Next one here is Steel Diver. That's what I paid $10 for. On eBay this week, it sits at $21.46. Not too bad. It's got gyro sensor function. Okay, weird. So you do like periscope strikes. Interesting. Now, next one here is The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. Now, this one I paid $18 for. And on eBay this week, it sits at $20.83. This one I have completed on the 360. I think I've got it on the Wii as well. Maybe. Is it on the PS2? I know I've got on quite a few systems there, and I have completed that on the 360 with the Kinect capability stuff. And last but not least here from Sam is Ghost Recon Shadow Wars. Now, this one here I paid $20 for. On eBay this week, it sits at $23.49. But this will be on my upgrade list because I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lot of water damage on that. Like, a lot. Like, almost to the... Actually, let's see if I can... Like, not... Yeah. Someone spilt a lot of coffee in that. So that will be on my upgrade list. Everything else in it is pretty clean. It's just that damn coffee stain that someone's done it. So I look at these. If it's a little bit of water stain, like a little blotch or something, I'm fine with it. But if it's like that, nah, I've got to replace it. So that will sit on my replacement list. And I'll sell that one off and trade me like I do. Now, I've got one more thing here. This is from eBay Games. I didn't actually realise I was getting it. I got it, as I'm filming this is Friday. So I got this as of Friday. And yeah, so this one should be a little bit of fun. Well, not a little bit of fun because I won't use it. God of War 20th Anniversary Controller. Now, this one I paid $149 for. Already on eBay, they're sitting at $177.70. There is one already sold on there for $203, but I won't be selling mine. Mine will stay there. I'm not a big fan of the design. I think it actually sucks. It comes with a little stripe from Kratos there, and then it's got a little bit of red going over one of the bumpers. That's it. For a 20th anniversary, it kind of sucks, so whatever. Goes somewhere, I'll find a place for that, but that is the last of that. So that's all that for everything here, and for that one this week, I'm sitting, my Xbox 360 is sitting at 1,301 games, so that's over the 1,300 threshold now. My GameCube is sitting at 69, Lamau. And next one here is PS2. That one's sitting at 920, getting very close to that 1,000 slot there. 3DS, we finally had 100 on that, so we're at 100. Don't really get too much 3DS, but I'm surprised I even got 100 games. And PS5 controllers, that sits me at 4. I have the Astrobot, I've got the 30th anniversary, I've got the DualSense, and I've got a Cobalt Blue. I also do have a box for Spider-Man that my mate Boston gave to me, but I'm kind of, because I don't actually have the controller for it, because I have the controller with that, yeah, I won't display that. Maybe I might display it once and then I'll maybe find a cheap controller later on. But yeah, that's me, and at the whole total this week, it sits at 5,449 games. So that is a lot of stuff. So I'm getting near that 5,500, very close. But that is me for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can get notified on all my videos that come out. Also, actually, no, I won't show that because that's going to be on my next to-do list. So that'll probably be out on Friday. So it is Sunday. With this, and that will already be out on Friday night. So you've already seen it, my Pokemon stuff. But looking forward to UFC this week, and I'm super stoked about this. I can't wait to see that fight. I want Aspinall to win. Go UK. You know, I'm all for the UK. I'm all for Great Britain and stuff like that. So yeah, hoping that's going to be a great fight and a great weekend. I hope everyone enjoys, and yeah, I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Have a good day.